Hey y'all, I'm here and I'm going to be cleaning out this here bed here. This is my leek bed. These overwintered. I'm in upstate New York, zone 6A and B. And I'm just going to show you, let's get up and show you how it's looking right now. I'm just going to clean up in this today. We have had 3 days, 80 or above. Today is 80 something, okay? These are the rocks that I had holding down my winter fabric that I had covering these. And so I've just had them covered over with that fabric that I got from Gardener's Supply. And I didn't know what would happen. I've never overwintered any leeks before. So here they are. They probably could go to seed, I guess. And I got a few shallots in here. If you see right down here, see these shallots in here, and then I got a dandelion. I'm gonna get that out of there, and I'm just gonna clean them out and everything, and then I'll probably harvest them sometime this spring, because I got something else that I want to put in this bed. Okay, so I just wanted you to be able to see that. And I'm going to be sitting right here in this chair. Today is one of these days that I feel like sitting down. I've been out here working and doing some stuff, and now it's time for me to sit down. Okay, so I'm going to be cleaning off all this stuff down here. See all this? I'm going to get all that out of there and kind of clean them up a little bit. All right, so I was trying to figure out the best place that I could put this camera so that you can see what I'm doing. I think I'm gonna reposition it, okay? Okay, I got these gloves here that I'm gonna be putting on. And it's real sunny and hot out here right now. So that's what I was telling y'all, and you look at my lives when I said we go straight from winter into summer and don't be having a spring. The reason why I don't focus on having a spring garden, you see what I mean with this weather. Okay, so I'm gonna get in here. I see some weeds, and I'm just gonna take them out. And I got my hori here, and I also have this here. You may hear some a neighbor over there out there with her dog, so you may hear that on here, okay? So, let's get this done, and I gotta do stuff when I can do it, you know. I can't wait for the perfect conditions. Now this piece here look like it's totally dead, so I'm gonna see, can I just pull that totally up out of there? All right. Yeah, it's got a little bulb on it. It wasn't really dead, I guess. It looked like all around it was dead. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it off and take it on inside and use it. Yeah, so that's that part, and this feels firm, so it's not soft. So I'm gonna put that to the side, and I'm just gonna be cutting off whatever looks dry and dead to me, and just kind of cleaning it out. See all this right here? See that? I'm gonna get that all out. So that and I'm gonna work in this little area. I'm starting out slow. If you've been in the house all winter, haven't been outside doing any gardening, don't try to go out there and try to do too much one time. That's why I'm sitting down. I'm taking it easy. I'm working my way up to doing a lot more. I've been doing some stuff earlier, but like I said, taking it slow. So any part that look like it's kind of dead looking or brown, whatever, I'm just taking that off. So This is the first thing that I'm really doing. I had started cleaning up a little bit in the front, and I'll be showing you that. Not on this video, but I'll be showing it to you. I'm just looking in here and trying to see what do I have that might be good, might be salvageable, might be something to keep, and what do I have in here that's not something to keep. So that's basically what I'm doing right now, is going through here and doing that. So you see that I have a lot of kind of brown stuff on here, but it's still not too bad at all. Not too bad. I'm surprised. I didn't know what it would do, you know, if I'd have anything left in here, or would they all rot. So, you know, you never know. That's why I say, you want to do something in the wintertime, go ahead, try it. You never know what can overwinter. I tried overwintering some carrots. They didn't do too good for me. Not this year, but year before. I tried doing the carrots, and they didn't do too good. Any kind of weed in here that look like a dandelion or anything else that's a weed, I got to get that out because I don't want weeds growing in here. I'm going to be planting this bed up with some other stuff once I take these out, but I figure it's easier to clean out this bed while these everything is in here and whatever. Take a look at everything, see what's going on, and you know, I can go and do what I need to do later on. I did plant leeks indoors this time. Before, I had bought these leeks from Dixondale last season, and this time I decided that I would go ahead and you know, either get them from my local store, because I'm trying to support the local people too. They need support. So, you know, I said I'm either going to get it from the local people. Some of this on the outside is a little soft, so I'm taking that off. But the inside is firm. So I'm just kind of cleaning them up like that. Alright. And when I get through with all this, I'm going to put some tool on here, because the squirrel or cats. So any of my people, you know, you talked about the cats pooping in your flower bed. You can't just leave a container just wide open where they can get in there and find a spot and poop in it, especially if you don't have anything else in it. To them, that's a litter box. So I will be covering this with tulle, because I don't want the squirrel over here digging in it and eating my stuff. I have a heart container over there, trap, I should say, not container. I put that over there, and I put in there some black walnuts. They love them, and I got trees on my property, so I kind of save them, and I use them in that trap. And so I got that out there, and I put in a couple of peanuts to try to get the squirrel, because the squirrel is very active out here right now. And if you watch my live, I had talked about how the squirrel had went in my hazelnut tree in my 17-gallon container, and the squirrel had went in there and dug and was eating the roots on my tree. Was eating the roots of my tree. Yes, it was. So I gotta get me I gotta go out and get me some more rat traps. I got rat traps in my thing, but I gotta have enough for the whole season, because they do get rained on and break down over time, because they would. But it does work. If you put them in your container, it will stop them. So if you're having that problem, you can use the tool and you can use the rat traps. Now, The squirrel is starting to try to find when the tool got a hole in it. The squirrel went in there and saw that hole. It must have been watching and waiting. Saw that little hole and dug around it and ate my roots, because I did have tool on there, but it got a hole in it. Let's tear this little part off over here. So I think this is looking a lot better. And he went in there and was eating the roots of my tree. Can you believe that? Man, you talking about, oh, I was so teed off at that squirrel. Yes. So, you gotta protect yourself, people, as best you can. I'm not sure that a fence in this garden would do me any good. I have done it before. If you've been watching me and seen my live, seen my video, heard me talk about how I had the fence, had it electrified and all that years ago when I had an in-ground garden, and that the woodchuck got in there anyway and ate my stuff to the ground. And I just was so frustrated. I stopped vegetable gardening for a long time until they was gone. The woodchucks, they either got killed or left. And then I decided back here now, okay, maybe you want to do vegetable gardens again, because I always said when I retire, and I'm retired now, and I said that's what I want to do when I retire, is garden. So this is it. I'm in retirement and I'm gardening. But I didn't know that food would be such an issue for us, that I would really be doing this out of necessity. Because really, everybody needs to be growing some food in your backyard. Because if you're not, think of what you're paying in that grocery store. And not only that, what are you getting? Just gonna cut along here. That's what's nice with this hoary, because it's got that, I can cut on this side with it. So I like that. And I can dig and I can cut. So it's like the multi-purpose tool. Yeah, so I think this is looking much better. Much better here. Yep. So what's this right here? Oh, I think that was a flower. I'm just going to cut that off because it may come back. Because I had some dahlias in here. And this was covered. So who knows? They might come back. I sure hope so. Yep, I got a lot of cleaning up to do, but I'm just going to take my time and, do it as I can. As weather permits, get out here and do it. And I still got my seedlings inside that I got going. I got a lot of stuff going. If you saw some of the videos I did, planting my seedlings, and then some of them I planted, I didn't do a video on planting those. But when I get ready, I'll be showing my grow room with my stuff in there growing. So you can get an idea and see what I got going on in there, okay? All right, so now let's see here. I got, get over here. I'm gonna go as far as I can reach and do. And then the other side don't have that much to do. Most of the leeks was on this side. Yeah, see, like this is my 100-gallon grow bed. Now, a cat will get up in here and poop if it's, you leave it where they can get in here and do it. They will. I haven't had that problem. I put tool on here, or either I have it packed with stuff in here where it's no place like looking like a litter box to a cat. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind if you're having that problem. Because I have a lot of stray cats that's coming in this yard. People's cats. They're not really strays. I shouldn't say strays. They are people's cats coming in here. And one of them is aggressive. And if you look at my live, you'll see where I talked about that one. So if it gets threatening to me, I'm gonna call the dog warden. Right now, it's showing some aggression by refusing to leave here. It refuses to leave, and it looks at me in a way that lets me know, if you try to make me, I'm gonna attack you. So it's a dangerous cat, but it belongs to somebody. And it comes over here and sits on my stoop. Sits there when I'm out there, showing me, being bold. And if I try to say, cat, get out of here, it won't move. It just stares at me and gives me this look. I'm not a cat person, but I wouldn't want to hurt a cat. I wouldn't hurt a cat unless I'm protecting myself. But I know there isn't a leash law on cats, but if a cat is aggressive, there is something that the dog warden can do about an aggressive animal. So I'm not going to wait for it to jump on me and attack me. I have to protect myself when that cat's around. So this is all what we have to deal with in our garden. All kind of stuff like this. So this little bunch over here, I think I'm going to have to move to get closer to it. And I'm going to see what is, let me see. I'm right here. So I'm trying to get it where you can see. I'm just seeing where it's going over there. Okay. So I'm going to move my chair over there. I can get this part here. I'm gonna see, can you see? Oh, the sun is shining right on me, y'all. I can't see what you can see. Okay, let me see this here. I'm trying to collapse here. Okay. I can't see what you can see, but I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think I'm going to move it closer. Because even if you can see, you can't see too good. I'm going to move it a little bit closer, okay? Let me take my gloves off so that I can stop it and get it in a good position where I know you can see. Okay, so I reposition it, and I think you can see pretty good in here. Yeah, so this here has a lot of brown stuff in here that I'm going to be getting out. And as you can see, y'all, I have quite a lot of leeks. Quite a lot. So what I'm probably going to do with these, I think probably freeze them. I think I'll probably freeze them. Because I got plenty of them already dehydrated. And I'll probably use some fresh and freeze some. Okay, let me see what I'm doing right here. I don't want to tear off anything that's good. Let's cut that bottom part out. Alright. And this is one that, it's a bulb down there. I don't know. I think it is still good, so I'm going to cut just the top off of it. I'm just peeling off the outer layers that got kind of brown, but the inside is firm and green. As you can see the green. I think you guys can see the green. Okay, so I'm just cutting that part off. Alright. starting to look better. Yep. And I'll get my tool on here when I'm all done and protect it. The squirrels didn't mess with the leek in the summer, but I don't know what the squirrel would do in the spring because they're pretty hungry. They're pretty hungry out here, so you never know what an animal will or won't eat. You just have to watch what they do and keep your eyes on your garden. Because, you know, when I had those woodchucks, I used to have my flower bed over there, which I still have the flower bed over there. But the flower bed I had full of poppies because that's my favorite, one of my favorite spring flowers is the poppies. And I had a bed full of them, and they were doing very well. And I had the, let's get this part on. That was back when I had the woodchuck. Now see this here? So I'm gonna get across and make sure that I don't try to get the green, just the brown. And the woodchuck went in there and ate my poppies to the ground. And my neighbor, he knew a lot about gardening, lived here for many years before me. And I've been here 40 years, and he had been here longer than that. He died a few years ago, though. I miss my buddy. But he said he never knew that a woodchuck would ever touch a poppy or mess with anything like that. But you see, when these animals get hungry, things they may not mess with, they may start messing with. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. So I'm going to get all of this off in this area. I'm trying not to get my dirt out. I'm seeing some little black bugs crawling around in here. I may put some diatomaceous earth. That's what I will use. I will use that. Sprinkle some of that around. I don't know what those bugs are, but I don't see a lot of them, but I've seen a few. It could be little ants. And you know, they say you're not supposed to leave stuff in your pots. And as you can see, when you see my garden, I got a lot of stuff left in the pot because I left it in the pot because the squirrel will come and dig and throw out my good dirt on the ground, which it did last year. So I left the stuff in the pot, and I'm hoping that I haven't wintered over any kind of disease or insect in there. So, but that leaves a lot of work for me this spring. So I got a lot this spring to do. And as you can see, it goes straight into summer. And I was hoping they wouldn't do that because I got some other things that I got to do, and they're kind of strenuous, and I don't want to have to do them in the real, you know, 80+ temperature, which is what we at now. So we haven't had a chance here in upstate New York to get acclimated to warmer weather. Go straight from the cold into the heat. So that's a different sound animal. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's a, hear that, y'all? I don't know what that bird is. I'm thinking, I don't know what that is. That's a different sound. I pay attention to the sounds of the birds. I don't know which one that is. If you know what that is, let me know in the comments. Hear that? Here? I don't know what that is. Something different. It's a different sound in my garden. I pay attention. Never heard that one. First I was going to say maybe a dove, but then it started sounding different. Like, nah, that's not a dove. I don't know what that is. I'm trying to look. There was a bird flying. It's a dark colored bird. Y'all couldn't see it, but it was dark colored. I was looking at it, but it was moving fast, so I couldn't really study it. But I think that's the one that's making that sound. Interesting. Got something new in my garden. I hope it's not a bad problem, because I have the blue jays have moved in. Well, I never was a fan of blue jays. I love bird shots. I'm a bird lover. I watch. There it is again. What in the world? What is that? I have no clue what that is. Wow. Okay, I got this one over here. And get this off of this end. Just taking off this outer layer that's kind of soft and brown looking, but underneath it, it's firm. Underneath it is very firm, so these are still good. Alright, so look how much better that looks. Yeah. Just trying to see if I forgot any parts in here. Oh yeah, there's a big one right here. Great big base on it. You probably can't see it that good in there, but it's thick. But I got leeks in there, seedlings coming up in the house. It's been nice enough, the weather, to be putting stuff out for hardening off, but I haven't put anything out to harden off yet. Because I just don't want to jump the gun on it. Don't want to jump the gun. Trying to get that little piece off right there. Now let's see what we have here. There's another one over here that's got the brown around it. See, a little green came off of there. And then here, this one is totally brown on the top, but underneath it had a little green in the middle. If I could have left that and just pulled off this stuff around the edges, you know, like this, that would have been, you know, probably would have continued on to grow or do something. But I didn't do that with that little piece. Now right in here, there's one that's kind of hidden. I'm going to try to get this off of here. This one's going to take a little bit of work because it's going up the stem, or up the leaf, I should say, not stem. It's going up the little leaf, and it was twisted around it, so I got it off. I got this out of there. Alright, that looks pretty good. Let's see if there's any more hidden ones in here that I need to get. Just cut these chips off. Look around here, see what I see. This one got some brown on it, but some green, so I'm going to leave it. Leave that alone. I may leave a few in here and see if they'll go to seed. And if I have any going to seed, so I can gather those seeds. Because these are Lancelot leeks. Now, I don't know. I can Google that, but if anybody knows, because I know I looked for Lancelot seeds and I couldn't find any. I couldn't find any seeds for Lancelot. And I'm wondering, is it that you can't grow them from seed, or I don't know. I think you should be able to. So I'm curious about that. If you have seen any Lancelot leek seeds, if you have, where have you seen them at? Let's get this out of here and get these tips over here. I'm gonna see, make sure they heirloom, and see about, so if any of mine go to seed, I'll know what I have. But even if they're not heirloom, I'll plant stuff anyway and see what happens. Because like I had said in one of my other lives, and if you haven't seen my lives, just go to my channel. You don't have to look at the whole thing if you don't want to, but I think they're educational and very interesting. I do a lot of Q&A on that, and a lot of information is shared in there. You might want to check that out. It might be worth your while, okay? This is all I can see right in this area. So I'm going to reposition and move over. Gotta get this glove off. I'm going to move over here, right about in here. And then I'll have you looking down at what I'm doing right here, okay? Okay, so I repositioned. Hopefully you can see pretty good over here. And over here, I have here, this right here is a shallot. And I have some more. This is shallot, 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 shallot. These ones with this kind of brown, orangish brown color on it, rust color, shallot, and then this is a shallot. And what I'm going to do for these, I'm not going to try to pull them up. I'm just going to make sure that I'm going to put dirt up around them. I don't know. I'm going to put some dirt on this too. This was kind of exposed a little bit. I'm going to see if it'll still keep growing. I think that's a leek. But these shallots, I usually don't plant my shallots very deep, and I don't know if I'm planting them wrong. So that's why I'm pushing them down and putting more dirt on them. Because I noticed in another pot I had some shallots that had more dirt on them in last season, and those shallots got pretty big. So I'm going to put a little bit more dirt on these. Maybe I'm not burying them deep enough for them to get big, because these here, these kind that I buy from Dixondale, they do get big. So I do know that. I don't know if that's a leek or a shallot right there, but I'm getting some more dirt up on it. So I don't know if you can see, but this bed still got a lot going on in it. It's got a lot going on in here. So I'm going to have to get some fertilizer in here. And it's on these shallots. I'm not worrying about fertilizing the leeks, because they're going to be taken out after a while. So I'm just going to cleaning them out and you know, seeing what's good and what I have, because I don't want to take them out. It's better to keep them in here until I'm ready to process them. So I am going to process these leeks. I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful that it was blessed, that I got a harvest in the spring. And I'm also believing that I can get some seeds. So that's a blessing. I don't take anything for granted, because you can get nothing. So that's a shallot right there. So I'm going to put some dirt up on that one and let it go ahead and grow. Alright. So, I'm just cutting the tops off of them. And cutting off around the side. Not the whole top, but any little tips that's kind of brownish looking. The whole part of it, and throw that out and get that out of here. This over here is like a little hole. Something had dug in here back last season. Something had come in here and dug. Probably the squirrel, but also there'd be cats snooping around. And this is like a large litter box to a cat. So, like I said earlier, y'all, protect your stuff. Now see this right here, this dandelion growing in here? Now I'm going to try to get this out by the root. Try to get that out by the root. Oh, I got a shallot with it, I think. I think I got the root out on that. I got that out because you don't want that growing up in your bed. And this is the shallot that I accidentally pulled up, which I'm going to put back down in here. Put some dirt up around it. I really like these 100-gallon grow beds. I really like them. Because to me it feels more like in the ground. You know, it's not in the ground, but it's about as close to the feeling of being in the ground. Because I've had gardens in the ground before. And I like it. You know, where you can have your stuff like in here like this. I like this. Well, I got a lot more shallots than I thought I had in here, man. There's a whole bunch of them. Because I know last season I didn't harvest any of them because they were so small. And so I thought they were so small, I'm going to leave them in there and let them overwinter. And maybe they'll grow like them other ones that I let overwinter. And so that's what I had done once before with some. And I got that off of there. So, that's what I'm doing this time. But I'm going to fertilize them. Yeah, I'm going to put some fertilizer on them shallots. But not the leeks. And I see over here is an area. Let's get in here. And get that out. And then this one here, it's kind of brown looking. I think I'm going to take that out. Looks like it's real big, y'all. I don't know if it's any good on the bottom, though. Woo. It got some roots on it. Wow. But the whole top part look brown, so I'm not sure that it's any good. So if it's no good, then it come out of there. So, cutting these roots. Woo. Oh. Ooh, that was hard work. I'm glad I'm sitting down. Here it is. So this bulb here is firm, but from here down it's soft. So I'm going to take it inside and I'm going to cut off most of this part out here. Let's see, I'll cut about right there. Cut that off, and then I'll take that inside, clean it off real good, and use from here down, you know, cut them roots off. I'll use that now. So let me put some dirt in this hole that came out of. Got some shallots over here too. I have to be careful of those. Alright. So I'm trying to think and see if I see anything else around me that needs to be done. Here's one over here, y'all, that needs to take that brown out of there. Brown off there. And there. See, that's like a weed there. I can get that out. There's a weed here. Get this out. That's a root or something needs to come out of there. Yeah. You know, I'm surprised, really. You know, I thought, oh, I'm going to have to fill these grow beds up. I'm going to have to get dirt and put on these. I mean, I'm going to add a little fresh on the top of fresh soil on the top of it. But really, this bed didn't sink down. So, that's good. Only a little bit around the edges here. And I don't think I had that much around the edge to begin with, because the edge kept folding kind of in a little bit. Yeah. So, okay, so I just got this last little area over here to do and to clean off. And I got, well, here's some, I can do this. Here's a shallow right there that I didn't even see. But there's one there. And look at this. What is this? Dandelion. Dandelion. This goes into my dandelion stuff. Okay. My dandelion. Oh, I gotta get this off of here, y'all. That's gonna go into my dandelion weed fertilizer. So I gotta get that going out here so that I can be fertilizing my stuff with it. Oh yeah. Here's another big root right here. Get that one out. These were probably just leeks that I had cut off. Get some dirt and put it back in there. I see a few little weeds. We'll just turn them over before they go to trying to get in here and take a hold. Get a foothold in here. Get a strong hold. Stop them. Okay, y'all. I just got this little section over here to do. Right over here. Let me see if I can turn. Right here. I just got this here to do. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do that off camera. And I'm just going to walk around, let you see the bed. Because you saw how it looked when I started out. And I'm going to walk around and let you see how it's looking now. So just give me a second to get the camera down, okay? Okay, so here's the pile of stuff that I got off of there. And I'm just going to rake it. I'll come back and sweep this other stuff. I'm just going to get the big stuff out of here right now. And rake it over here where I got a pile of stuff. And rake it up on this pile right here. And I'll get that stuff up later. You can take this stuff and put it in a bag, and the town will come and pick it up, but you have to have it in a bag, and it has to be a paper bag. So I'm just making piles right now, and then I'll be getting stuff up and seeing what I'm going to keep and what I'm not going to keep. I'm not going to keep these. I could have kept them, but I'm not going to, because I don't need those. But I am going to be keeping some leaves that I'm going to rake up out here. So then let me take you over here and show you what it's looking like now. You saw what it looked like when I started. So this is what it's looking like now. So as you can see, I have a lot of good leeks in there that overwintered. So now, if you're wondering if your leeks will overwinter in northern cold climates, here's what happens. It's what happened for me in upstate New York, zone 6A and B. Okay? So, okay. I apologize for the shadow, y'all, but there was no other way. The sun is beating right down on me. But I'm trying to show you here is I have put bone meal on these shallots. I'm not going to be fertilizing the leeks because the leeks are going to be coming out of here, and I have something else that's going to be going in this bed. But since I have so many shallots in here, I'm going to leave them. So I'm just going to kind of work this into the dirt a little bit. Okay, and this is bone dry. I've got to fertilize. I'm gonna put some fish emulsion on here also. So I got this bone meal, and I'm gonna put the fish emulsion. I don't have any of my weed fertilizer made up because we just starting out in the season, and you know, wasn't any way to have any prepared. Okay, I got one over here hidden. Try to, and then up here, cover this one over here. We got a little one. I think this is a leek though, that there. I'm just trying to work it in a little bit. If you use bone meal, mix it in, because animals will be attracted to it and dig in your bed and dig your stuff up. What I do, I'm going to cover this with tulle, but I'm still going to work it into the soil a little bit, okay? Alright, and I'll work this one in over here. Let me see, did I get them all? It looks like I got them all. I'll look back in here, because I think there was one. Yeah, it's like one. Can you see that right there? There's one right here. Let's work this in around this one. Okay, and then there's one back in here. You ain't gonna be able to see that, but I'm just gonna work it in. Alright, so there you go. So I'm just showing you how I'm preparing the bed with my weeks that I overwent, leeks and shallots that I overwintered, okay? All right. I got it all covered up now. Protect them from the squirrels, cats, or anything else might decide that it wants to get in here and mess with my stuff or poop in my 100-gallon grow bed. Okay, so this is how it's looking right now. All cleaned out, fertilized. I put fish emulsion, bone meal on the shallots, and that project is completed.